Back in November of 2011, I came in for what I think was my 25th mammogram. I've been having them since I was 40. I had it done at the Donna Center here in southern New Hampshire, and this particular mammogram showed something different, and it required a biopsy, an ultrasound biopsy, and that indicated that I had stage 1 breast cancer in my left breast. I know my first initial feeling was, you're talking to the wrong person. I don't have cancer. Every year I come, I take care of myself, but it was true, I did. And at that point, I was required to have a lumpectomy and to get a clearer margin and just to see if anything else had progressed. Dr. Howe did that surgery for me, and that was done in January 2012. That lumpectomy indicated that it was more aggressive than had previously been determined, and it was now considered a stage 2. And that, I'm a little short, sorry. That now indicated that I would need a mastectomy and the lymph nodes removed from my left underarm. It was a lot to take in. A lot of emotions go through you during this time. And I thought at this point I should really be sure of what path I was going on, and so I asked Dr. Howe for a second opinion. Could he suggest someone for me? And that's when I first met Dr. Coopy. And I right away was really impressed by the optimism she had for me and the incredible knowledge she had on how to treat breast cancer. And I walked out of there and I felt very comfortable. At that point, no decision had yet been made as to who my surgeon was going to be. I was assuming it was going to be Dr. Howe. I did eventually have to start chemotherapy. The lumpectomy would have just required that procedure and radiation, which I thought was, okay, I can do that. And it doesn't sound too difficult. Then the second big C word was chemotherapy. And I think a lot of us are accustomed to being overwhelmed with fear of chemotherapy. I'm going to lose a drastic amount of weight. I'm going to need to hide out for months. But that wasn't the case. I walked into the cancer center, and I can remember the first moment I walked in there. My husband and I walked through the doors, and I said, boy, to myself, I don't belong here. These are sick people. I feel good. But I did belong there, and I was there. I took treatments for 5 months at the chemotherapy center under the direction of Dr. Marsha Howe, which she was fantastic. The team that was put together for me was incredible. They had a plan. They actually handed me a sheet that said, "Here's your plan," which made me feel terrific because I really didn't know where I was going at this point, but they had the plan, and what I needed to do was let them do the job that they were set out to do and do the best I could to follow their recommendations. And so this chemotherapy began in February and ended in June of this year. After the treatments were done, I was assigned Dr. Kubi as my breast surgeon. And I made that decision at that point to have a bilateral mastectomy, even though there was no breast cancer found in my right breast. For me, that was the best decision. It's not everyone's. It's a difficult one to make. I didn't make it without months of thinking about it, but I went through with that, and Dr. Kubi did a wonderful job. She explained everything to me as to what I could expect as the surgery was going on, what I would be going through after in the hospital, going home, the treatments that would follow, and what my part would be at home to get well. Part of that was physical therapy. I needed to get my arm motions back, because I was now going to be going into radiation. That radiation was done in Nashua at the radiation center off of Exit 8. Again, an incredible team of people. I was under the care of Dr. Ping Zhou, and she's been wonderful. I just ended the chemotherapy, the radiation, November 13th. So I'm getting my strength back. And I do want to point out that there were people that would say to me, including a doctor that I know, no one in this room, that asked me, you are going to Boston for your surgery and treatments. And, my husband and I thought, are we really doing the right thing? Am I getting the best care? And I did break the golden rule, and I did go on the internet, because I was kept being told, don't go on the internet, don't check anything, just let your team do their job. And I really wasn't aware at that time that Mass General was involved with the Cancer Center here, and it was a terrific plus for me. I knew in my heart that I was getting the best possible care. My family was close by. I live 15 minutes away, so every lab test, every scan, the chemotherapy, the surgery, the radiation, everything I could do in my hometown, and I knew it was the best possible care I could get. How do you explain getting through 12 months of treatment for breast cancer? I can tell you, if you have a strong faith, hang on to it. You're going to need it. Your family is your best support system, and I've had the tremendous opportunity to have the greatest cancer team, in my opinion, that I could have had. And because of all that, I'm happy to say that today I am cancer-free. Thank you.